What's going on, everybody? Today we got another episode of our Millwall career mode, and today we got a bit of a different kind of episode as we push forward into the January transfer window. Now, if you guys enjoy this type of thing, I may do it at one point during the second half of the season, because I know we kind of want to push through the championship a little bit, and hopefully we can get promoted. In our first season, we won't have to. The championship is a very long season, and some of these longer stretches of just championship games can be a little bit less entertaining than a normal season with FA Cup, there's straight cups, and just different types of competitions in there other than just the 46 game long championship season. So we just push through November and December, and we end this episode right at the edge of January. And if you guys do like this kind of layout, I may do one for the second half of the season, just maybe toward the middle March, April. We'll see. If you guys don't like it, let me know, and I'll just continue with our normal 3-game an episode thing till the end of the year. But if you guys don't like it, this will be the only episode in this entire series that'll be like that. There'll only be 2 of these episodes. If we do get promoted, which we are currently on track to do at the start of this Burton game, then it won't ever happen. I won't ever do it in the Premier League. I'm only doing it in the championship. And if we get to the end of the March, maybe that area, if you want to see it happen again just for a month there at the end of March, put it in the comments. This will never happen again if you guys don't want it to, of course, but if you guys do want it to, it'll only ever happen one more time anyway. So we'll move forward with that model. But we do start off this episode with Burton Albion. As you can see, we're 3-0 up already. Here Brereton does very well, cuts back inside and lays it off, and it's 4-0 as we walk toward a victory. In our first game of the episode, Burton are bottom of the table, 7 points total, I think it is, so a bit unfair on Burton just a little bit, who are obviously on track to get relegated. But 4-0 up as we push forward here. Hopefully when we get back after this episode, we will have, let's Burton get a goal back here, we will have an episode in the transfer window. We've run into a couple issues there. I'm not going to do any pre-contracts. I'm not too huge into the idea of pre-contracts anyway. If anything, I'll do one a window at most. I'm not into the whole pre-contract thing, but this time around especially, we're not going to be able to do things. We've run into some contract issues and not a lot of budget, which we'll talk about in the next episode as we enter the January window. We are looking to offload a player or two. Ferguson is already on his way out, which happened a couple episodes ago, but it'll finally happen come January 1st. So hopefully him leaving can get a couple of contracts sorted out. If not, we're going to have a very tense last couple of months, as we've got a couple of players running down that I really don't want running down. But there you can see the table. Top of the league, or level top of the league, on 36 points. So very nice, very nice start. Millwall are, that's a really good ball. Millwall are top 6 at the moment in real life, in good form. And the way some of the other teams' schedules line up, if they play well enough down the stretch, they will be in the playoffs, which would be absolutely amazing, and hopefully they can go up. But we are on track as well, so even being we're always, as a career mode, we're always going to push a little bit further than the real life team, regardless of what it may be. Regardless of the career mode that happens, normally you push forward just a little bit, as Sunderland give us another chance at a goal here. We're already 1-0 up. We're always going to outdo it just a little bit, and being second, first place, second place is not too bad, as that penalty just squeezes underneath the goalkeeper. Excuse my phone just there. But squeezes just under the goalkeeper, and we're 2-0 up. But we're always going to outdo the real-life team just a little bit, as in most career modes end up doing anyway. So being second place isn't too bad of a spot. And it's not too off the pace as of right now. But 2-0 up here, as we've got Sunderland coming forward. He's turned me inside out there, McManaman. And he finishes very nice. 2-1 gives Sunderland a little bit of hope. 10 minutes left in this game. It's a really nice finish. It's a really good move here. He just leaves it, doesn't he? He takes the touch and leaves it there. And we went flying right by the still ball, and he finishes very nice past Archer into the corner. And it's 2-1. Sunderland are a difficult team, not one to be taken lightly, especially in FIFA. They're a lot better in FIFA than they are in real life. It's the way the squad goes, but that's a really poor giveaway. And there's McManaman again, and what a finish that is. In off the top of the bar, first time, and it's 2-2. And Sunderland come back from 2-0 down to take a point away from this game. A point we really didn't want to lose too much. And unfortunately, with this absolute peach of a finish, watch this one more time. First time, smacks it right foot in off the bar, and no stopping that from Archer. But that keeps us from getting all 3 points there. A game we led 2-0. It's very, very unfortunate that we didn't take all 3 points there. But squad wise, as you saw, I tried to show some of the teams there, but or some of the team there, as Hull take the lead late in this game already. But there weren't too many switches. We didn't have any really injuries, and we've had a lot of week. December and November had a lot of week long schedules there, so we didn't really have to play too many midweek games. So the squad was pretty much the same almost all the way through. But this is a really good ball and really lovely finish. That is first time, just guides it from right into the corner there. It's right on the inside of his foot, right into the side netting there. And late in this game, Hull take a 1-0 lead. But late we have a corner here, trying to get the equalizer, and that smacks right off the bar. A really good attempt, but unfortunately nothing comes of it. And here comes Brereton, doing really well. Nice ball in. Yandanda cuts back inside, tries to get across, lays it across, and there it is. It's 1-1. We've got our level on terms back. 1-1 here. It's a huge game against Hull, who are third in the league at the time of the game. So it was something we really didn't want to lose too much ground on. A win for Hull would have brought them right up against us. They were only 3 or 4 points back here. It's a nice finish, but a really good play from Yandanda, who had himself a really good episode. I know you guys didn't see too much of it, unfortunately, but he did have a really, really good episode. So 1-1 from Hull, another 2 points drop, 2 draws straight in a row here, as Fulham look to take the lead here, smacked away by Archer. It's a really good attempt, but really nothing happened in that game. We may have saw 12 shots, 7 on target on our end, but other than that, I mean, a lot of those shots were absolute nothings. And it's 3 draws on the bounce. But we do attempt to take the lead. We're playing Sheffield United, hoping not to get 4 draws straight in a row. But we're offside there early. 0-0 as we push toward halftime. Here in the 75th minute, please look for our first here. Is Yandanda, does well, cuts back inside and smacks it inside. And there's Yandanda creating a goal for the second time in a couple games. Gets himself one as well. He's been playing quite well. He's a really fun player to have. Unfortunately, he's just sometimes physically it's very difficult against some of these championship sides, but so he can't play all the time as of yet. But as of right now, playing really, really well. Just gives us that extra dimension right behind the strikers, and there it is. Cuts back inside and a really nice finish near post. And it's 1-0 here. We give the ball away very, very cheaply, trying to get back into it. Right across goal, that pass comes, and it's 1-1. And 80 minutes gone as we look like going 4 games on the trot with draws, which is a lot of points dropped. It's just we cannot be doing that if we hope for automatic promotion, as we are hoping for right now. 4 draws on the bounce. It's a really Decent finish first time, to be fair, but it's just such a poor ball across, and he's just placed that past Archer, who had no chance. But here we are, 93rd minute, trying to grab something from this game really, really late, just to give us a bit of confidence going forward. Yandanda cuts back inside, tries to play it across, but gets lucky, comes back to him, and his second goal of the game. Yandanda, who's been obviously the focus of the last 2 or 3 games, gets himself his second of the game and gives us all 3 points as we take a win right at the death from Sheffield United. 2-1. Very, very nice. And that puts us in a good position. We were 3 draws in a row. It's only 3 points, and then the win. 6 points from 4 games. It's not awful, but we obviously would like a little bit more. With Villa here, I must have cut the goal out. Villa here, leading 1-0 already. I can't believe I've done that. Leading 1-0 already. They've had a couple chances to seal this game, really late on now. But we've got one more chance. 87th minute, hoping to not get another defeat here. And slides it through. Onyedema does well. Gregory smacks it, and the goalkeeper gets a touch on it. But it's 1-1, and we steal a point at Villa Park here. We really didn't play that well, to be fair. There was a really long... There are some stretches in here where we don't play very, very well. Aston Villa did come out of the blocks. They scored an early goal. I know I didn't show it there, unfortunately. That's completely on me, but we come back, take it right at the death. 1-1. Lee Gregory just a bit too hard for the goalkeeper. Gets a touch, but just cannot keep it out. It slides into the back of the net. And just like that, we are gaining ourselves a point. There you saw 4 points ahead of Wolves in 3rd place, but 4 points back at Bristol as well. That Middlesbrough comes right back to Lee Gregory, his second in 2 games, and he puts us 1-0 up. And that is a really nice place to be. We do want to keep Wolves off our back. They are the best team on paper in the... Oh, it's really close. He almost cleared that. Best team on paper in the championship, so we do want to keep pace ahead of them. But it's 1-1 here. Here come Middlesbrough looking for an equalizer. He does well, keeps it, and it just slips right by him. And that first time ball across to Asambalanga, and a really nice first time finish, to be fair to him. It just looked like it went behind him for a moment, but he does well to push that past Archer. It's a very, very nice finish. Very, very instinctive from the striker there. It comes right across. We look like we might have got a touch on it. It's just a strange ball, and then that first time finish. Archer may have done a little bit better here, but to be fair, that's a really, I mean, to get that on goal is good enough, and it goes into the back of the net. And it is 1-1 here. We cannot afford another draw. He's odd on our tails, Wolves, and that's just a great double save from the goalkeeper there to keep them in it. 1-1 still, and unbelievable double save there as we look to see if we can make anything of our resulting corner. First one goes nowhere. Second one comes in, headed on to the post, and Lee Gregory is there again for his second of the game, 3rd in 2 games, and he gives us the lead 2-1 over Middlesbrough. That's a really good header off against the post, and the goalkeeper on the floor couldn't get up in time, and Lee Gregory does really well to get above that ball in such a small space and gives us a 2-1 lead over Middlesbrough as we look to keep away from Wolves. And here we got a little bit of our contract action going on. We've signed Hutchinson to an extension, someone I thought who's playing really well at the back, one of our better center backs, and the first of hopefully many contracts to come. But he's the only contract I signed. We got 4 or 5 players there that need contracts that are a part of the team, and hopefully we can do well to sign them up. As you saw after the end of his contract, we've got no more money really, as Aidan O'Brien puts us ahead of Derby here. This is the only game we really rotated because Wolves is the last game of the episode, so we're trying to really set ourselves up. That's a monumental clash we've got against Wolves, and a win against Wolves will give us a pretty nice gap in between 3rd place. So hopefully that's what we were really looking for, as Anya with a really nice touch lays it into Vidra, who levels the score up 1-1. Derby are pretty good on paper, and they always seem to start off really well in the championship. It's just sometimes they fade away, as they're doing right now. In real life, second, I believe, in February, and now they are on the verge of missing the playoffs completely. They just tend to fade away. They've always got a nice squad on paper. They never took advantage of Will Hughes being there, and it's just one of those things. Lee Gregory once again with a really nice turn and a really nice strike for his 4th goal in 3 games. Gregory's on fire toward the end of this episode here, and he gives us the 2-1 lead right before halftime with a really lovely strike. Nothing the goalkeeper could do about that. 2-1 up on Derby here, who in the game are definitely promotion contenders. They've definitely got the squad for it, the FIFA squad for it at least, and it's definitely a nice time to take a lead right before halftime. Best time to score, as they always say. But you know, as we see, it may not do us so well. A really nice ball across. First time strike. Puts it right in the back of the net. That's a really good goal. The first ball across, I'm not sure if it just hit the player there or he meant to pass it there. But Weinl does very well to finish this. The ball comes across, and it's almost like it was accidental, that touch. But that strike was definitely not accidental. First time. Pick that out. Archer, no chance whatsoever. It's 2-2. Here come Derby again, looking for the lead. Anya takes it away. Back inside, and Vidra with another nice finish. 3-2 Derby lead now. And a bit of a task we have here to take 3 points home. We did want to hope to scrape by in this game. Maybe a point, maybe 3. But we've got ourselves a lot to do from here if we want to go ahead and gain all that back. Anya takes the ball back, slides it in, and Vidra with a really clever finish that had to stretch a bit. But here come Derby again. Ball in off the corner. Swung back in. Right up to the edge here. Back inside. Vinyl just sneaks away from the defender. The slide couldn't get there in time, and it's 4-2 Derby. And now we've definitely got ourselves a mountain to climb as we aim to. We were really looking ahead just a little bit, unfortunately, and Derby have caught us a little bit here. As we come forward, Derby with a 2-goal lead. Millwall coming forward, slides it across, hits the goalkeeper, hits the inside of the post, and it finds the back of the net. Unfortunately, it's too late in the game, and it's just a consolation, and Derby do end up winning this game 4-3. A bit lucky to have that go in. That went straight at the goalkeeper from Wallace and right back off the post and in. Now we have a huge clash against Wolves. Now, unfortunately, this game was really a dud. There were 3 total shots in this game. Top of the table clash. 3 total shots in the game, and I'm showing you both highlights, or all 3 highlights, my apologies, as Brereton misses there. But there were 3 total shots, all from Millwall here, but none from Wolves whatsoever. And the goal goes into the back of the net, a deflected cross, and a finish that went straight into the floor, back up, hit the goalkeeper, and then hit the top of the bar and went in, and we win the game on that strike. Deflected cross, goalkeeper just hits it onto the bar, it goes in anyway, and we end the day, end the episode top of the league in the league. Hope you guys enjoyed it, folks. Stay tuned for more.